Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Quentin and this is How To with Uncle Q. Today we're going to be changing the oil. I'm going to show you guys how to change the oil. Do a service on a 2019 Polaris RZR TURBO S. Pretty much all the RZR turbos, RZR 1000, XP 1000, they're all the same process of changing the oil. But today I'm going to give you a little how-to, so stay tuned. All right guys, let's get to it. First things first, let's put on the coveralls. All right, so here's what you're going to need to do a oil change service on your Polaris RZR. I prefer to use the AMSOIL ATV UTV oil change kit. Comes with everything you need. Comes with the filter and the 2.5 quarts of oil. You're going to need an oil pan of some sort. You're going to need a 6mm Allen head wrench, a funnel, and a few rags. All right, so the drain plug for the Polaris RZR is at the back of the machine, down underneath, and just up underneath here. Try to show you guys here. Right there. So as you can see, the 6mm wrench fits right in there. Shouldn't be in there too tight because I think the torque spec on it is not very high, maybe 15 foot-pounds or what have you. So that should just pop right out of there. Like so. All right, I'll try to keep my hands out of the way here so you can sort of see. Now you gotta have your drain bucket underneath to catch the oil. So here we are, we got the screw out, tilt it, and there we go. And we'll just let the oil drain into the bucket. All right, while the oil is draining into the bucket, we're going to come up top to access the top of the motor through the little access panel. And we can remove the fill valve, or the fill plug cap. And then that's where you add the oil. It's right on the top. That's the fill cap there. And then the last step we have to do is we got to pull the oil filter out. Now the oil filter is just down here. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it's just, yeah, it's hard to see. It's just kind of right there. So there's the oil filter right there. And we just got to pull the oil filter, clean that up, put a new oil filter on, fill it up with oil, and we're done. Now, because the access is so terrible in these machines for the oil, to get an oil wrench in there is really difficult where the turbo mounts. So I like to just use one of these little rubber master grips, get that around there, give it a little turn, and the filter will come right out. You're just going to use a little leverage on this tool, like so, to loosen that up. There we are, nice and loose. Then we'll just get our hand in here. Oh, sorry guys, it doesn't want to focus. Get our hand in here and pull out that filter. There we are. Makes a little bit of a mess with the design, but that's it. Filter is out. We'll just put that right down into our bucket for later. And then we'll head to our AMSOIL kit. Open it up. Throw away the packaging. We got 1 liter of 5W50, second liter 5W50, and a half. And then we've got our filter right here. So I'll get this out of here. That's our nice new clean filter. Now what I like to do is I just like to take a little bit of oil, rub it around this seal. It just gives it a little lubrication for when you're tightening it back on, and helps you slip it back into place. All right, so I just take a little bit of oil out of the inside of the jug, and I just rub that right around on the little gasket. That just helps seat it in there a little bit better, gives a little lubrication, and lubricates that seal so you get a good seal on your engine. All right, so we got the oil filter back screwed on in place, and I just like to just tighten it up a little bit with this same tool. Doesn't have to be too tight, it's just, you know, a little bit more than hand tight is totally fine. You just want to make sure that it's not going to come off. got the drain plug out, we cleaned it, looked for any bits of oil or not oil, any bits of metal, because it's magnetized. There was nothing, it's nice and clean. So we know it's all good. We got the brass crush washer. You gotta make sure that that goes on there. You can replace it if it's been over crushed, but this one looks in good condition, so we will reuse it. The oil has drained out. Well, we're just going to, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's the plug. We're just gonna screw that right back into there. Back into the drain plug. Just like that. Move our bucket out of the way so we don't drop our wrench into it. And then we're just gonna give it just a little snug. Like I said, it's only like 15 foot-pounds of torque on that. It doesn't take a lot. And that'll get it tightened down. You can take a rag, clean up around the outside of it there. And as you can see, the plug is seated, it's in place, it's nice and clean. And that's down here. Now we just got to put some oil in it. So I've got the funnel in the hole, the filler hole. I got our 2.5 liters of AMSOIL 5W50 motor oil. And we're just going to fill it up. You wouldn't have to use a funnel if you're pretty good at pouring, but this way you don't have to worry about spilling. Don't have to worry about the runoff. So we'll get all 2.5 liters in here. That's the recommended amount for the Polaris RZR, is 2.5 liters. And there's our final liter of oil. It gives us a total of 2.5 liters of oil, which is the recommended specs from Polaris for the Polaris RZRs. And again, you can use, whatever oil of your choice. You can use the Polaris branded recommended brand, or I recommend the AMSOIL. It's just longer life, more viscosity, a higher quality oil. And their particular kits are specifically designed for the RZRs. So that's the oil there, the AMSOIL 5W50 motor oil. So we got that. We'll let that just finish draining out of the funnel there. Clean that up. Let's put the funnel on top of the bucket. Then next thing you want to do is come on over and you want to check your fill stick, which is just right here. Check your fill line. Can we see it there? Focus. All right, doesn't want to focus, but we are in the safe zone for the oil. Put the filler back in. On there. Come on up. You want to put your cap back on. Stick the cap back in place. Now you're going to want to fire it up. Give it a 30-second, let it run for 30 seconds. There you go, you can see my service light was on, so I need to reset the service light. So I usually do that while I'm just waiting. So you can just hold down the mode button. Don't take any options. The service hour, I usually do it every 30 hours. So I'll set that, set, exit, there we go. Now our service is set to 30 hours. This machine's got 3,858 kilometers. And how many hours? 154.2 hours. All right, guys, that's it. That's a wrap. We've changed the oil successfully in this Polaris RZR. We use the AMSOIL RZR kit for that, and it's a pretty straightforward, easy oil change. Anybody with a little bit of mechanical skill, they can easily change the oil themselves. And again, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, just drop them in the comment line below and I'll be glad to help you out. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'm Quentin, and this is my channel, How To with Uncle Q. See you guys next time.